Okay, we're recording. Uh, Hello, viewers. Whoa, I should say listeners.
Oh
This
my god.
let's say listeners. Welcome to the first episode of the PTWC podcast. It's like an idea we have, like just out of nowhere. We just want to have a podcast where we just talk about stuff. We're at
If you,
we're at Indianapolis right now. We booked tickets to fly here early, and they're all already there are drivers here practicing. But yeah, like
yep,
podcast is just gonna be
yes.
like talking about stuff for the the race that happened, and just gonna give our opinions. And
Do you guys like to hear the most random stuff ever spoken in the history of like all of the internet? And
hell
you come
yeah,
right to the right place, bro. I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you, we're gonna talk about absolutely nothing. We're gonna discuss the worst thing. Like we're gonna have the worst takes you've ever heard.
Yes, like I have beer right now. I told Hydra I was gonna get a water. I just took a can of beer.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
And I mean Shelby said he'll join, but I haven't seen him, so we're just gonna record without him. And if he
We're
happens
just
to
yapping
hop
right
on,
now.
yeah.
We're just
So
yapping right now.
okay, let's get into the meat of the talk, the meat of the podcast. Like why we're even recording in the first place. So
Me?
yesterday, at the time of recording yesterday, we had the first round of uh, PTWC in Sebring, and it was quite exciting for the AM race, and the pro race was kind of a snoozer. But like I think it was a good start for the season. Don't you think?
Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. I mean, you had a lot of good battles, both AM and pro. A lot of cool moments in pro. I don't know. I thought it was good racing overall, but it's just I think competition is very spread out as opposed to the last season where everybody was a little closer.
Yeah, well, in AM we got a Dino champion who won on debut with the KTM in the H71, followed by Aurora Bot, and Zero Howler, all in the KTM. And in Pro we have Yo Ellen. I still
Oh
can't
my god.
decide on
Yola.
how to say this guy and say this guy's name.
Yola. Just say
Okay,
Yola. It's
I'm
not that
just gonna
hard.
say Yolan. If
It's not
Yolan
that hard.
Yolan, if you hear this, please tell us how to pronounce your name, because I lag out just said like just said like it could be Yolan, and then I'm not I can't decide now. But like we got Yolan on first place in pro, followed by Unlucky and Grows. Both are new to the well, not new to the PTWC lore, but new to the podium. They are the first time they are on the podium, and
Yeah, all got
Yolan
their first podiums today, early
Yolan
yesterday.
happens to win on debut as well in his pro debut, which is crazy. Well, I mean,
I
Ice
mean,
did that, so it's
yeah,
not
it's not
special anymore. But
impossible.
like it's still impressive, still impressive. Yeah, like I think the like you said, the AM and Pro both had like a lot of people just losing touch with the leaders. Spread it out very thin. Like we have like it was like like season one all over again. To be honest, for this first season, but
Yeah,
I'm not
pretty much.
sure. Not sure if it's down to like BOP, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I should. I mean,
We will.
that's literally the next thing I have on my list right now. So like, um, yeah, like, uh, let's talk about cars and like about the car choices this season. Somehow the Lotus got picked, which is amazing. Like I've
Miracle.
not. I don't even think that the Lotus was gonna get picked. But like more surprisingly, the Camaro didn't get picked. I think it was because how poorly it drove in preseason, and everyone got a bad impression of the Camaro. Now they just don't want to pick it.
What needs
Uh,
to happen now is that the Camaro needs to become the best car on the grid.
I mean, you can't change car in season. It's like it's too late
Well,
now.
bro,
It's too
I
late.
just saw Lawman's hit an invisible wall.
This
It wasn't even near. It wasn't even near one of the cones, and he hit like the invisible wall near there. Might need to shorten it.
is an invisible wall. Is there an invisible
Like
wall
at the
here?
end of the back straight, after sector, like in sector two, the long straight, when you go into the left-hander, Lawman's turned a little early, but he hit this invisible wall and he
I'm
bounced
pretty
off.
sure he hit a cone, maybe.
Okay, well then I don't know. Maybe I. Yeah.
There's cones there, right? There's probably a cone.
No, I mean like I think the hitbox. I think the invisible wall there might be a bit too. Whatever hitbox is maybe too big. I don't know.
Okay, but like, I mean, the KTM really just like dominated all like both categories yesterday, and I've seen in the Discord, and they're just divided into two camps now: the anti KTM and the pro KTM camps, and the pro KTM camps keep saying that the KTM needs to be either buffed or left alone, while everyone else is just like the KTM has too much of an advantage laced in. Now, what do you think about that?
I think there's definitely some bias.
Well, obviously there's bias like the pro KTM teams. Uh, The
Sorry,
the
sorry, someone came into my room. My bad.
it's
No, as I was gonna say, bias. When I say bias, I mean like there's a lot of bias between the joint teams, Saigon, BCR, and H71, who are all running. I think well, not at least not BCR aren't running the KTM and Pro, but in AM they are. So I think they all want they want the KTM to be the best car because they all know they use it and they share a lot of their lap time and information. I guess it's quite an unfair advantage to the rest of the grid who all want to try and use their own cars to be competitive, not try and follow a set meta. You know. Honestly, I think the KTM after this weekend should either be nerfed or should be rested. Should be the same, and the other cars should be buffed better because it's just like when you have KTM's on almost every spot of the podium, that's a bit of a problem.
yeah.
And you can't say that KTM is bad when that occurs, right? Like sure you could say the difference in skill, but then why at the end of the race was it all KTM's on the podium? Like explain that to me.
Like that, yeah, like all KTM's on the podium for AM. Like I think there's a top, like it's a 1-4 for A71 in the pro race. Uh, like but like Yolan won it by like 5 seconds from unlucky Luca unlucky, who was not a slouch. I was watching him the whole race
Who's in the
driving.
Audi?
He's in the Audi, and then he drove a great race. I saw like he managed it quite well, but like after, you see like the normal cars, they just drop off at like lap 7 or 8, and then the KTM just takes over by then, and then like at the rounds of the pit stop, when on lap 12, the top three came in, and then Yolan just started pulling from there. So obviously there's a pace deficit as well. So like, you can't just say that it's a skill difference. Just practice more. You can't really say that. It's a 5 seconds difference. So like it needs to be addressed. Yeah, I agree for that.
I think as well, like the fact that 3 or 4 teams all, um, everybody basically like shares information and like shares like lineups and strategies and stuff with each other is a bit bad for the competition because like that takes away from the whole competition when 3 teams basically are running one team.
Yeah, like
Everybody's all-
like in AM they have, well, HW1 would have four teams, right? Like they run both teams in both categories, so they have four teams, and those four teams have two drivers. So like they have like eight drivers that are sharing info from each other. The only difference is like I think Blue Comet, they racing the KTM in AM, but they race the Audi in Pro. So I mean that's kind of based, you know, like that. There's also like Orion, who runs the Mustang in AM but runs the Supra in Pro, which is the only Supra in the on the league out of out of everyone. It's like they basically have like all say on the Supra at this point, which is like, which I feel like it was me back in season 3 almost, because no one really, yeah, like no one really cared. No one cares still about like other cars, how they perform. They really just care about themselves, and they just focus on themselves and try to make themselves better, which like I don't disagree, but like a in a morality, in a moral perspective, I don't I don't agree on that, you know. Like if I,
Right.
like last season I had the Nissan, like there were still people who actually vouched on how the Nissan performed compared to other cars, like Danny, who like is our tester for the season 3. He actually like said how the Nissan is and performing compared to the other cars. So that makes it a bit more fair. So I like just doesn't have like one team just having all of the say, how all of the opinions on one car. But again, like you have these KTM teams who is like constantly vouching for their own car to be buffed. Always like they never ask for a nerf of any sort. They just want the car to be better. And even if the car is like good on pace, on paper, they still want it to have like more drivability for themselves, which I feel like that is an
Yeah, it's
unfair
not happening.
advantage. Yeah, that's like
It's not
that's
happening.
just not happening. It's just not happening.
It's not going to be changed at all for the rest of the
Yeah.
season. So, like
Uh,
whatever its spec is being put to after Sebring is what spec is going to stay for the entire season. Like it's never gonna, it should never be changed ever,
yeah,
even if it's shit. It's
like,
that's just what that's just how it's going to be.
yeah, like, I expected to like have. I was hoping for Sebring to, like from Sebring to Indy, I shouldn't have to change anything with the POP, because you know, like I was hoping it would work for the whole season, but you know, shit just happens. It doesn't do that at all. It's Roblox. So like, yeah, I have to do my job, and I don't blame people when they want their car to be the best, but anyone else can do that. So like you have to have something to prove that you need this or something. Like you can't just say that, oh, I need more downforce because I don't feel like driving this car with this lack of downforce. You know, it's an
Yeah, I mean,
unfair.
I understand that. I think if maybe we did a GT3, if we had GT3s, maybe it would be a bit different. But it's okay. I mean, I think it'd probably be the same.
I mean,
It'd
like
just be more.
with GT3, I mean, it would be closer. Like the characteristics of the cars would be closer. Like there wouldn't be an outlier in GT3. But again, like we literally like just did GT3 like 2 seasons ago. So like we gotta have at least like 3 seasons of a gap, you know. So like maybe season 5 will like come back to it when we have like the McLaren that was teased, and then we should
Yes,
have like
yes.
the Lexus and the BMW as well. All of those new
Lexus,
cars.
BMW, Honda, and
Yeah.
then the well, we can't get the Ferrari
Yeah,
anymore.
can't get the Ferrari.
Um,
Can
we can
get
get
the
the
C8.
C8.
Yeah,
C8, yeah, that's fine. We can get the Porsche.
yeah.
That should be good.
I mean,
That should be good.
we couldn't tell like how development will go. Like maybe like by the time we start season 5, there will be like 3 or 4 new GT3s, and then we actually can have like
Maybe,
a
yeah.
competitive GT3 season. And then I'll be
We'll
like, oh
see.
fuck, I have to BOP all these cars, bruh. Fuck me. It'd be fuck me, dude.
Okay.
I mean, okay, like still, I wrote down liveries. So like, do you have like a favorite livery so far?
Yeah, I think I'm split maybe between the meme racing one that was nice and maybe the Hazard 71 livery. Those two are pretty good, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, the
I'm pretty
Hazard's livery, like both teams, well, like Saigon and Hazard 71 did like a really good livery for the KTM. I think meme racing kind of went classical this season, which is cool. I feel like a white Mustang with blue stripes has been done many times now, and it's like, okay, it's cool, but like it's not special, you know. It is cool. I think the Turner Motorsports Onyx racing car is also cool as well. There's a lot of cool liveries this season. Like I
a
think
good
it's
livery this
better than last season. I feel like more competitive in the livery championship than last season. Last season had
RFA
a few stinkers.
RFA with the temporary livery, which was literally just carbon fiber and a white little thing.
Yeah, like the what was it? The Orlan. Yeah, the Orlan sponsor. That was a huge stinker. Yeah, like okay, so predictions for Indy. Do you have any predictions for Indy?
Yeah, I think when I tested the super out of it a couple of laps, and it felt pretty good. I was doing 34s pretty consistently to hit 33s if I really tried, but I think the super is going to be pretty strong around here. It's cars with a lot of oversteer tendencies because from what I'm hearing from the Audi drivers and some of the other drivers, they're complaining about understeer through high speed sections, which are really crucial to take flat around the circuit. So I think maybe we should see the Supra come into back into play. Like it was okay in Sebring. It was only Orion that really the two Orion drivers of Ice and Doggy who did quite well with it. But I think this weekend it should be easier for them to do well because they can really push. I think this car. Okay, I've just seen Fees and Shelby do the same thing Law did. Yeah,
Okay. I'll note that down.
it's deep into the apex curbing.
Maybe
Just anyway.
I didn't delete the collide because I was doing the what was it? I was doing the CC there, so maybe I did turn off the anti collide or something.
Oops.
Oops, my
Oops.
fault. I've been on studio. My Discord says I'm on studio for like 12 hours now.
Yeah.
I
Well, I think the biggest winner from this weekend really was definitely all the KTM teams and driver wise. I think it was definitely Yolan and he was pretty good. He was really good this weekend,
yeah,
and
yo.
Dyno Champion and AM respectively as well. Those two drivers, both H Hazard 71, but they both drove very good races. Yolan, who was like one of the few KTM's, challenging with other drivers who were not in KTM's, and even though the KTM was quite good that weekend, it still showed that he had some skill competing with some such fast drivers in their own right.
Yeah.
And he just kept his pace down. He kept consistency, and he managed to pull a good gap to Unlucky, and everybody else had problems, or no, everybody else around him did have problems and dropped out. Dino Champion, he put up a really good race in AM. He did a really good battle between him and Zero Howler, the two team. I think they're kind of basically sister teams, right? So Dino Champion really went band for band with Zero Howler and showed how good his pace was because he completely obliterated Zero Howler. towards the end of the race, you just catching him tenth by tenth by tenth, like multiple tenths per
Yeah.
lap, and it just showed how much pace he had compared to
Well,
him.
like they had a good battle at the end though. Like Zero Howlett just didn't have enough tires to hold on.
Exactly, but that's a part of it as well. You know,
Yeah.
Dino Champion really showed his skill and his ability as a driver.
Yeah.
I know Zero Howlett got a drive through, which kind of sucks, but you know, he did pretty well too. But it just, I think the undercut strategy must have really screwed him over
Yeah.
as a result of because it just he fell off and couldn't stop Dino from using his extra pace to pass him.
I think a good like a winners from Sebring for me would be well I don't want to sound like I'm a fan but like Pro Drive Rook Racing came back with two old heads that hasn't been seen since like 2022 and they finished 5 and 6, fifth and sixth, which is like I would I'd put down that as like impressive because they're third in the constructors right now with 18 points. For two unks has that hasn't been driving for so long, then they finished fifth and sixth in a like a decent AM grid, I would say. Like even though they finished like a long way down, but you know like I think that'd be a good thing to write home about. And
Yeah.
uh what else?
Losers from Sebring, I think personally for pro, it has to be some of the meme drivers probably. I know that's a shame, but saying the team that has Prime Drifter, who's
Didn't
very
have Prime
fast, very fast
Drifter
guy.
today.
They didn't have Prime Drifter today. They had a replacement there, two team principals, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's sub in, and they didn't practice at all, so they really lost out. And I don't know. I don't really want to name one driver who was a loser in pro because it would be between us
Obviously, like
and
obvious losers would be Orion Racing. Like no matter how you say it, like it's just unlucky that they lost from this race. Like it was so unlucky from
yeah,
Ice Quixie,
yeah.
so unlucky from Doggy UK. Like
I mean, yeah, Dog
it's
with the fuel issue, Ice Quixie with yet
yeah.
another black screen.
I told Ice Quixie that you should stop using max graphics on Roblox, and I hope that this will fix his issue because there's no
Well,
other
this
way.
might have just costed him a future championship, so hopefully he does.
Yeah,
This won't
it's
be
a
enough.
long season. It's a long season. This season, like it's not 8 races anymore. It's 11, and then there's like 3 sprints, so that's 14 races to score points from. Like there'll be 13 more races to come. So I don't think he's out of it. He has shown that he can come back no matter what. He's a he's a former
Uh-huh.
champion for that reason. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. In AM, I think the biggest losers had to have been probably um, let me think of the guys who didn't show up at delivery, probably. In Strata Course. I don't know. Some of the newer teams they just didn't prove they didn't show up at all. Some of the drivers didn't show up at all. Some of them didn't even have a livery ready. And they all finished like with DTPs and like there's so many DTPs in Sebring for AM. It was crazy.
Biggest loser in AM would be the cheater we had.
Oh yeah, that's true. Katana and the two Chinese spies.
The Chinese spy who took over PTWC for like 12 hours or something. Jeez.
Yeah, something like that.
Who else in pro? I can't remember. I want to say Rod. I want to say Rod. His first race in pro. I think like for the amount he practiced and finishing a lonely seventh in the race,
Wow.
messing up so much in like a pretty good KTM. I think that must have stung a lot. Like I hope he
Shelby
improves.
Era. Shelby Era has mentioned his power's gone out.
I saw, yeah, I was saw. Um, but yeah, I hope Rod improves his game. Like, he obviously has the time to improve. Like he has spent a lot of time since he joined, PTD. Yeah.
Yeah, he's turning into you, dude. He's turning into you.
No, I can't say that. I can't say it to the public. I mean, did we say it to the public
Slowly
already?
but surely, he will become Vietnamese, and he is already starting to wear anime girl PFPs
Dude,
and Apple.
I wore a Halo for season 3 for like for just for aesthetic reasons, right? And he went into my DM saying, "Oh, I think the Halo is low key OP because I can see my character and I know where exactly to the CC will be, so I avoid it." Like I didn't even think about that, dude. I just don't get a lot of CCs to think about that. Like it's crazy. If he keeps following me, like he would have. I already told him if he wants to like learn from me and what I have experienced, he has to go through the PTRS phase of mine, which I only finished P11 for like 3 races that I partook in. So if he can go through that,
Right.
then maybe he will be like a champion one day, probably. I don't know. But yeah, like it's
Yeah, I suppose.
just me and you being washed. I mean I'm washed. You're
I'm
doing
not.
like you're doing like what was it 34 in the super earlier? I can't even do that, man. I
Yeah.
suck
Well,
at
no,
this
it's not
track.
that. It wasn't that hard.
Wasn't that hard? Yeah, I struggle. I struggle at this track. I struggle at this track, and I struggle power card. I can't drive these cars. I can't drive these tracks as well. So it's just
I see.
I'm just washed now. Like all my
Oh my goodness, Roman Grosjean is second place at Indianapolis.
oh
Oh
my
my goodness.
god.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Indianapolis
my god.
like this Indianapolis? What?
Like no Indy 500. Oh my goodness, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean this Indianapolis? Wow, like we're
yes.
literally at Indianapolis.
I know we're watching it right now.
We're watching the Indianapolis
I'm
500.
watching people right now. I'm watching. I'm watching.
I'm
I'm watching.
watching. We're just watching. Is there
I'm
anything
watching.
else? Is there anything else we want to say? We just
Uh,
we just done. I mean, it's been 27 minutes. I mean, that's more than the average person can handle. Like can't
yeah,
I
the
can't
what
lie.
attention
I
thing.
can't
Yeah,
even lie.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Well, I don't know. Should we end it off here? I think we should end it off here.
yeah,
I'm having.
good. It's a good end off point for first episode. Hopefully next Sunday we can do the same thing again, where we can figure out what we're gonna talk about. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess it's it. That's it. It's over.
End the stream.
End the podcast. Okay, I need to do the outro. I don't have a script for this. Thank you guys for listening. Us yapping for about 30 minutes. We're gonna be back next Sunday, hopefully, and we're gonna give you guys more stupid things we think about next time. Okay, say bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye,
Bye.
dude. Oh my god,
Goodbye.
that's so weak. Okay, I can't scream like I like out. So
End the stream.